Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Renelle. So today what I'm going to do is actually go ahead and show you how to get a very spring, a very fresh looking dewy skin look, because I've been wearing this kind of look to work lately and I've gotten quite a few compliments on my skin. And this is kind of inspired by the girl that sits beside me at work. She does have she always wears like the prettiest makeup look, and it's usually very fresh looking, and I loved it. So I did try to do it a couple of days with different products, but this is what I've come up with this morning. It's going to be just like a very fresh, very glowy look. So if you want to know how to get a spring look, just keep watching, because we're going to go ahead and jump on in. So the first thing that I'm going to use is going to be the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer. Now it is a white bottle. You can get this at Walmart. I love this stuff. It's very, very glowy. So I'm just going to go ahead and shake it up because it has been sitting for a while. What I like to do is go ahead, put it on the back of a beauty sponge. It's very, very liquidy too, so you can see it's right there. It's just white, but you don't have to worry if you have a darker skin tone. I've used this when I'm tan and fair, and it still looks good. All it's going to do is just be like the backlight primer. It's very glowy. So this is kind of like a dupe for it. I've heard. I just know that they're really, both of them's really good. Okay, that hurt. Ouch. Okay. Anyway, so what I want to do is go ahead and just dot this all over my face. Get my hair back, and then just go ahead and pounce this in. You can probably already tell it's beauty blenders or beauty sponges like this. They make life so much easier for me because I like to do my foundation, my primers, quite a few stuff with it. Even sometimes cream products that I have, like blush or highlight or something, I'll even just go ahead and use this. That's why it's dirty, because I have used this last couple of days for work. So I just didn't wash it because I knew I was going to be using it again today. To go ahead and do the same thing. Now you can go ahead and see how glowy that is. It has went ahead and just, it's very, very glowy. Okay. And then the next thing I'm going to use is it's the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer. Now I have pores like right here in my nose, like right beside of it. So I always use something like this, or like the Benefit Professional. I have got like a little sample size. That thing has lasted me for months because I don't have to use it all over my face. I just have to use it like usually right here on my nose. And it's like a clear silicone primer. So I'm almost out of it, so I'm going to have to buy me another one. What I'm going to do is just go ahead. Go. It's, where are you at? Right there. So it's just like a clear silicone primer. What I'm going to do is kind of like rub it in so I can push it in. Like that right there. I know everybody says it's better to pat. I prefer to rub than pat. And I will usually bring it out like right through here because I do have pores there as well, but most of the time it's just right around my nose. Okay. And I will go back and push that product into my skin with a beauty blender as well. I'm drinking a smoothie. It's blackberries, strawberries, raspberries, and almond milk. I have to say, I actually like it. I love strawberries and stuff like that, but when it comes to like the almond milk, this is the first time I've ever tried it. And I have to say, I like it. It's pretty good. Sorry about that, I know. It has nothing to do with makeup. And for today's foundation, I'm going to be using Fenty foundation. Now, I love this foundation. It's technically for people with oily skin, as you can see right there. It's the Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. And I am in the color 120. So, the best way to wear this if you have dry skin, because I love this stuff. The best way that I have found to wear this is to moisturize really good and use like a moisturizing primer or like a very, very glowy primer. That's why I went in with the Lemme one, because it makes it glow, and you will see it through the foundation as well. Now, to me, it covers everything I have. I have pretty bad rosacea, which is where my skin is red. Now, normally my cheeks are the worst part because it's usually like right in here, but you can't tell it because it's actually been doing pretty good here lately. I don't take any medicine or anything like that for it. I do try to keep using makeup and skincare products that take care of that for me, so my face isn't red all the time. But normally it's like really bad, like right through here. And I have a twin sister, and her face is the same way. So sometimes it kind of like is bad, but then most time if you take care of your skin, I find that it does really good. And here lately my skin's been doing really good because I've been trying to take really good care of it because I am 32. So, you know, the older that you get, the better you want to take care of your skin. That's for sure. So I'm going to take this right here. Now, my sister I think she was the one that tried this before. And she was telling me about it. She's like, you really need to get it. She's like, you really need to try it. She's like, it's really good skin. Not really good skin. It's really good foundation to go into your skin. Now, I'm not sure exactly what type of her skin is. I think she has like normal skin like my mom does, but I think she may have like a few dry patches on her face too. Depends on if she is, you know, like me, if we tan or something, then I think her face does get a little dry. But I think for the most part she's got normal skin. I could be wrong, but I think that's what she has. And she said it wore like a dream on her, and she would just put on the foundation, go out in public, people wouldn't even know she had foundation on. That's how good it looks. It looks literally like skin. And so when I wear this, you know, I mean, I love it. Nobody can tell I've got it on unless I've got full face makeup on, which is usually every day. So, and I think it's $32 or $34, but this is by Rihanna, the singer. I love her music and I love her makeup. And I will also have 2 other things I'm going to be trying from her today. So I've wore this multiple times. I love it. It works with my skin. It's the exact same color as my neck. Not my neck, my face. I don't have to bring it on my neck like a lot of people do, because that is like the perfect match. I've got NARS. I've got Too Faced. I have Wet n Wild. I've got, let me see what else. Not NYX. No, I don't have NYX. I've got like Wet n Wild. I've got e.l.f. Foundation. And all of them are either way too light or way too dark, so I have to mix them. And with the Fenty one, I don't have to mix it. So enough blabbing. I can talk way too much if I'm not careful. And this video is going to be like 1,000,000 miles long. Now today what I plan on doing is, I really don't think I'll be going anywhere because my husband's at work, and I like to spend time with him when he's at home along with my son. But I am going to have to go to the grocery store, and I don't want to walk out and scare people. So that's the reason why I like to just do very fresh looking makeup. I don't like to do anything too heavy. I like to save that for this winter because, you know, I get by with it more. Like the darker looks for spring and summer. I really love the fresh and springy looks. Now what I do is I put everything on the back of the blender, because if I put it on the back of my hand, I will forget. And on this hand, I have a cat, black cat. She got a hold of me on yesterday on the 13th because I was petting on her and apparently she didn't like it. And she got a hold of me and she scratched me pretty good. Pretty good. Well, I should have known better. She's odd cat anyway. But that's why I don't like putting it on the back of my hands because when I go to work, I forget I have it. I'm sorry. Put dry shampoo in my hair and it's itching a little bit. So what I'm doing is just pretty much bouncing this in. You know, I'm just pushing everything into my face. That way there's no difference between my neck and my jaw. No. My face and my jaw. My face and my neck. Oh my gosh. I'm so horrible this morning. I don't even know what's going on. Okay, there's her. There's... Okay. So what I'm also going to do is, I've done this morning when I put done my skincare and stuff like that, but I am using the Laneige. I'm not even sure how to pronounce it, to be honest with you. I got this as a sample from Sephora, and it's like a lip sleeping mask, and it's very, very hydrating, so I love it. It's got like mixed berries in it. I just love it. So what I do is, because I have nails, I just like to stick my finger in like that and get it on my hand, my finger, and just run it over my lips because they are very, very dry and very chapped. And love it. Okay, so I got the foundation on. I like to let that sit for a few minutes. Now, let's see. If you hear a dog barking, that is my dog Bella. She's in there with my son and the rest of my animals, which I've got 4 cats and 1 dog. And she barks at everything. Especially if she sees the neighbors outside, she will bark because she can't go out because she likes to run away. And I'm too slow to catch her. So that's why she's barking in the house. Okay, so I'm going to be using, now this is a sample. I either got this from Sephora or my sister gave it to me. Because she had it, she was getting Ipsy there for a long time. She was giving me a lot of their stuff. I think I got this one. I don't have another one that she gave me. Now this is a sample, so this is not like the full size or anything like that, but I do know when I run out of this, I am going to be buying it. It's the Bye Bye Under Eye Illumination. Now what I like about this is it's creamy and it stays put because it is a full coverage anti-aging waterproof concealer. And it's waterproof. The other day I was wearing it. I either cried or something, I'm not sure. And it didn't budge. The rest of my makeup did. This did not. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put this on. What I like to do for this, especially this one, and this is in medium. This is medium? Okay, this is in the color medium. Now I do have a mirror right here that my husband got me, so if you see it, that's what it is. I do have to do this. I'm just going to put like a little dollop right there. You see it? And right there. And also, I usually like to use concealer as primer. Oh, that looks weird. Just to kind of make everything blend out better. So what we're gonna do, that look weird, is just tap this out. You don't have to use a lot of this because it is very, very thick and creamy. So once that's blended out, what I like to do is go back and just go ahead and blend all of that over my eyes. And if you hear people running up and down the road, I do live in a subdivision, so you will hear it. And I apologize for it. But I mean, it is what it is. And there you go. And sometimes I will kind of like and I really hate to do this because it's rubbing. I will go ahead, kind of like just dab on there. Make sure that it's blended, that it didn't get my eyebrows. See? Then what we're going to do is just go ahead with this one and just blend it out as well. It's very, very pretty. It's very light. I just love a beauty sponge. Did not know that was there. Well, imagine that. Okay. The next thing that we're going to do is powder. Now, I love this. It is Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. It is the hydrating mineral one. There it is. Now, what I like about this is because I do have dry skin, so like I said, I will try to take anything and everything that I can that has hydrating properties in it. And you can see it right there. That way my face doesn't get too bad dried looking during the day. And I also do carry like a MAC Fix Plus or something like that. This is in the shade. This is in the smell of lavender. I love this stuff. So I'll usually carry something like this with me throughout the day to refresh my makeup. That way it doesn't get too bad. Now, a trick that I've learned, and I like it, because I do watch YouTube videos, is to, I cannot remember, Casey Hill? No. I can't remember who I learned this from. But anyway, me and another girl was talking about this at work, and I was telling her about it. And she told me that she had tried it, but her sponge was too damp once. So when she tried to do it, it didn't stick to her skin because the sponge was too damp. So I thought, well, I'm going to try it. So do not have your sponge too damp, because I tried it like that and it didn't stick. You want it damp, but not wet. So what I'm going to do is I have some powder in here. You can see. I'm going to take this. Now it's damp, so it's not wet, but it's damp. I'm going to take this and I'm going to push that in there, into the powder. You won't be able to see it, but I just did. Yeah. What I want to do to set my face with this is to take and pounce this all over my face to set it. That way it doesn't look too damp, or not too damp, but too cakey looking. Because if you have dry skin, you know that it can go south really quickly when you use powder. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Jaclyn Hill also uses this in her videos because she has dry skin. So just pounce it in there. And the trick is not to get too much or anything like that on it, because like I said, you don't want it to go south. And it can go very south very quickly. I know that for a fact. So, if I can get some more in there. You don't have to use a lot. I just use a little bit. There we go. Let's just start it out. So I'm just going to press that under my eyes to set the concealer on my forehead. Because for some reason, I have a very dry face, but my eyelids get very, very oily. So I have to, most of the time, I have to set them very well, even with a primer like Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. That's the only one I find that I can use without really setting it for some reason. Like the other ones I've tried, like Too Faced, e.l.f., or whatever, it creases like really bad. Even sometimes the concealer that I use, which I'm using this one today, it will crease. So sometimes I even have to go in with the concealer, not the concealer, but with the primer on top of it, just to make sure that my eyeshadow does not move. So I am just going to be doing this. Make sure that everything is set. It's not budging because it's supposed to be 80 degrees today. But then again, they are giving storms. So I want to make sure there's nothing going to move on this face. And then what I'm going to do is go in with a brush, like an eyeshadow brush, and take the rest of that powder and sweep it across my eyelids. That way it does get set and it doesn't move as well. So I'm just setting that as well. I cannot do it with the beauty sponge like the rest of my face, because if I try that, it does not work at all. And again, this is a hydrating one, so it's not going to make your face feel very, sorry, I was looking in my mirror. It's not going to make your face feel very cakey or look cakey, but I still prefer to use it with the damp beauty sponge just to protect myself, because it is getting warmer, colder and warmer. And, you know, seasons are changing, so we want to make sure that we can do everything we can in order to keep our faces looking good. Because if you took all this time to do it, you want to make sure it's worth it. Now, what I'm going to be doing is going ahead with my eyeshadows, and I'm going to keep it very simple. So what I'm using today, is my Urban Decay eyeshadow potion primer. I'll go ahead and smooth that over too. Focus. There you go. And go ahead. You know what? We'll go ahead and do this, because I want to show you the very pretty fancy highlighter. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to go ahead, put that right there, and smooth this on our eyelids. Now, most of the time when you use powder and then you go back over with a cream or a liquid or something, it will bunch up. But that's the other good thing about this eye primer. It doesn't do that. It will stick to it, and it will make sure that your eyeshadows stick to that as well. So you can go over like the powder that I just powdered to do. You can actually go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to keep it very, very simple today. This is going to be probably a long video, just to be honest, because I'm feeling very, very chatty, which I love to talk and I love to interact with people. I do work at a call center, so it's a good thing I like to talk, because sometimes you get a few talkers on there. Okay, so what we're going to do is actually wait for that to sit, and I like to make sure it's on there not tacky. I like for it to sit before I go in, because then if you don't wait for it to dry, it will get patchy, and I love it, so I've learned to deal with it. Well, I didn't think this one through. Here we go. Okay, I'll just grab the brush. So I am taking a e.l.f. Brush, because I'm going to contour a little bit. And to do that, I'm using the Hoola Light by Benefit. Now, I have the original Hoola Light bronzer, or the Hoola bronzer. It's too dark for me right now. This is like perfect, especially for my skin tone right now, because I am very, very fair. So let's go ahead. Now, some people will actually take the time to sculpt. Today, I don't feel like doing that. I'm just going to go quickly and just go like this right here. Right here. Blend it out. Also here and there. Now, some people will take and make like, you know, like right here, but I know my face does look a little round, but actually I don't mind my face looking a little round down here. It's just my cheeks, I like to emphasize them. So what I'm going to do is go in and kind of like blend that out like this. You don't want to go too low, because if you go too low, then you have to fix it, and that's not fun. See? Now you can tell my cheekbones look much higher. So then we're going to go with blush. And we're going to go with blush. I'm going to try not to drop it. And I'm using the MAC Dainty Mineralized Blush. So pretty. Let's see if I can. There we go. So it looks just like that right there. It's coral, peachy. Yeah, it's not even showing up. Okay. Anyway. So I love this brush. It's from Crown. Pretty sure we got this in the BoxyCharm a couple months ago. I've been doing. It's because it is so light. I would just like to go. And I like to smile. And with this brush, it's very little. It's not as big as my other blush brush. So I can actually go like this right here and work it back and keep it above my contour. Can you see? This is really, really pretty. It's like a very spring, very peachy color. Blush? No blush. Pretty? Yeah, we just want some blush. We'll put some blush on this side too. So for, you know, spring and summer, I really love colors like this. Luminoso from Milani. That's probably going to be my most used blush for the last couple of years. I do have a very heavy hand when it comes to blushes, because it will wear off. Normally I work 8 hours a day. I'm up to take my son to school, getting ready to go to work, and then after work I come home, you know, I clean house and stuff like that. So, and I don't like to carry a lot of makeup with me when I go to work or go to Walmart, you know, or anything like that. So I do kind of go a little heavy-handed on it, because it will wear off during the day. And there you go. So I love these colors. And Savannah, the girl that sits beside me at work, she's been wearing that Songbird, I think. Songbird. It's by Becca. It's one of their blushes, and it looks amazing on her skin tone. And then I was like, well, I've got to get it because it looks good on her. And I come home the other day and I realized it's sitting over there in my drawers. My makeup stuff over here, and I don't know why I didn't wear it this morning. But anyway, we're going to go with that. Now, Sometimes I can go a little heavy-handed, like I said, and I'll just kind of like blend it together like this. You're pretty already. Now, what I'm going to do is go in with my eyeshadow, because it's dried down. I can feel it. Now, today I'm going to use, it's the Too Faced Chocolate Chip. I love this. It's like a simple, everyday look. So you have glaze, which is, let's see. Okay. So you have glaze, which is here. Ambrosia. Exotica. Guilt-free. Indulge. Raspberry Rose. Pearl Candy. Black sugar, no, black sugar's here. Cookie dough. No, I haven't. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm sorry. I just told you completely different on that. I'm sorry. So here is black sugar, sugared raisin, cookie dough, cake batter. So it smells just like cookies. Just good. God, I love cookies. I love junk food, which I'm trying to be healthier. So what I'm going to do first is take glaze and put that all over my eyelid and set that down. So I gotta try to help this right. Okay. Then this is one of the brushes. Step 1 for the money. This is the one that we did get in our BoxyCharm last month. I don't think I'll be going much anywhere today except for the store. So I'm taking Ambrosia. That was my husband. Okay. So what I'm going to do with this is take on this brush, it's from Wet n Wild, it's a big fluffy brush. I'm just going to sweep that all over my eyelid like this. Very neutral today, not doing anything special because we do want to keep it fresh. And then I'm going to go in with this one. I'm going into this shade right here. It's Pearl Candy. So what I'm going to do is take this brush sideways because it does have a dip in it. And I'm just going to very lightly go in the crease with it. Sorry. Right there. And just because I want a little sparkle on it, I'm going to take the same brush that I used to put down that color with, and which is step 1. Go in with cookie dough. So, no, wait a minute. Sugared raisin, that's the name of it. And I'm not going to wet my brush or anything like that because it is like a shimmery color. It's this one right here. All I'm going to do is just take it on my eyelid. And you can already see the shimmer in it. I don't want it to be too much, like too in your face, so I'm sorry, my nose is itching. Just going to like that right there. Now what I liked about this palette is it doesn't have much fallout at all. I know most of Too Faced palettes, they don't, which is good. So that's why I'm doing it after I've already done my face. Then, once that is on there, go back in, blend that out with the same brush. So you don't have to have a whole lot of brushes. You don't have to have expensive brushes. All you have to do is just have brushes that you can work with and that you know how to work. See? It's very light, very neutral. It's just very fresh. That's what I like about it. Okay. So this is something new too. Now I've heard a lot of people talk about this. They do say that this is Lash Princess Essence. So you can get it at Ulta for like $3. It's supposed to be really good. So I have never tried this. So we're going to pull it out. I love the packaging. Okay. So, I don't know if you can tell or not. It does have a very curved brush. I'm excited. Because if you look at it, it will conform to your eyelid. Or, not eyelid. Oh my gosh. Your eyelashes. So I'm not even going to curl my lashes. So what I'm going to do, just go in like this right here. Because I've not been liking the way that my eyelashes look lately when I curl them. And put mascara on for some reason. They just, I don't know, they don't look good. In my opinion. See? Ooh. I don't know if you can tell or not, but. Okay, so this is a side with mascara. This is a side without. Now this is in the color black. I like that. Wow. So far, so good. Okay, now for my eyebrows. What I'm going to do is just something very simple, very quick. I'm just going to take Give Me Brow, yeah, by Benefit in the color 3, so it's brown. Now they've quit selling this, but I think they brought it back out with like volumizing or oh my gosh, I don't know how you say that word. Volumizing. Goodness gracious. Anyway, they brought it out and it's supposed to be better. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and sweep this through my eyebrows. I'm still in love with these to the girl who waxed them. And do is just sweep this through there. Easy peasy. Now there is a lot of product that comes out of this one and I don't know why. There we go. Okay. And to set it, I'm taking the 24-hour brow setter by Benefit as well, because they've got really good eyebrow stuff. I mean, it's like the best. And the wand looks like that right there. So one side is shorter than the other side is longer. It's just a clear brow gel. I've got Anastasia. It works pretty good. If you use this with their priming thing that pulls up and stuff like that, it really keeps your eyebrows locked. Like them suckers ain't going anywhere. So I'm just gonna go like this right here. And then I'm going to take a white eyeliner and my waterline. Oh, that's painful. This will help you make you look more awake, more, you know, like you're alive. And now, for the two things I'm really excited about. One of them is the Fenty Beauty Fenty Glow Gloss Bomb. Then the other one is the highlighter in the shade Hustler Baby. Now, I got these two like as a value pack, so I got both of them, and they're the small size, but they'll last me forever. I never go through a highlight, except Champagne Pop. I love that. So if I can get this open, I'll show you what it looks like. It's very, very pretty. I don't know what color it is, just a kilowatt. It's really pretty. So what I'm going to do is go in with this right here. This is an e.l.f. small taper brush. My other brush, it came off the handle, so I'll have to glue that back on there. So here's what it looks like on the brush. Let's see if I can get a swatch. There we go. That is what it looks like. Absolutely gorgeous. Ready? Okay, here we go. Focus. Try and get the light work won't be so blinded. Oof. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and take this, my forehead, my chin, my nose. So there you go. And I'm going to line my lips with Milani All Natural Lip Liner. Then I'm going to use the lip balm or lip gloss. Really, really pretty too. So there is a swatch of it. It's just really pretty. It flatters a lot of people. So it smells really, really good. Then we're going to spray the face. I'm going to use the MAC Fix Plus for that, just to set everything to where it won't move. Okay. And there you go. There you have it. So